The following video is a tutorial on the basics of Roslare's AxTraxNG client. I'm going to launch the application and log in. When you log in, on the bottom you're going to see a running log. You'll be able to see here card holders going through access points and walking through Rexes. You can filter this information on the left hand side here by type or time. Let's start with one of the most common tasks, which is adding and editing card holders. I'm going to come over here to the left. We're going to click on users and we're going to go into departments. You can create separate departments. This particular install just has one group here called general, which is the default department. So we have all the card holders here under general. On the right hand side, you're going to see various card holders. If I wanted to edit an existing card holder, I would click it and then press the edit button here. Here you can see the name, access level, and the credential. This card holder has multiple cards assigned to it. If we wanted to add a new card holder, we would just hit the insert sign over here at the top, the plus. We'd give the card holder a name. Assign it to an access level. Go to credentials. Give it a credential. Your key fob or card will have the numbers on it. And press OK to save the changes. You're going to see here now we have our new card holder, and on the right we have the access level. A quick way to change the card holder's access level is just hitting the drop down arrow over here, and now the card holder's access level will immediately update. You can use these arrows to scroll through all of the card holders in the system. You can sort by name. You can also delete a user by highlighting them and pressing the delete button. We don't want to delete this user, but if you wanted to, you can just hit the delete button here. That's the basics of it. If you want to edit a user, highlight that user and hit the edit button on the top. If you want to add a new user, hit the insert button. On the first page, the general tab, you're going to have your usernames and the access group. And on the second tab, credential, you're going to enter your facility code and card ID, which will be on the credential. All right. Next, let's go over access levels. First, we want to create a new access group. For this example, we're going to create an access group called sample access group. Then we want to assign doors to that access group. So the second step will be going to the newly created access group and assigning doors. So as you can see on the left hand side, I highlighted the sample access group that was just created. Now I'm pressing edit. And I'm going to select the doors that I want to assign to this access group. These are other access groups that are currently set up in this system. Once I've selected the doors that I want for that access group, I can decide if I also want to assign them a specific time zone. So that means this user will only have access to that door during this time. I'm going to press OK. Now you'll see these are the doors that I assigned to the sample access group. And over here on the right hand side, I can change the time zone for each door. So to summarize, for creating that new access level, first step is to create the group. So we go to access group, hit the insert sign over here on the right, and create the new group. Once we create that group, we're going to scroll down and go to that group, hit the edit button, and choose the doors that we want to assign to that group. After assigning the doors to the group, we can optionally assign a time zone for each door. So that means this user will only be able to access that door during these particular times. Next, I'll show you how to create a new time zone. So above groups, we have the time zone option here. Again, we could hit insert. That'll allow us to create a new time. For this example, let's say we wanted to create a time zone Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. What we're going to do is come to Monday, excuse me, and highlight from 8 to 4. Now that I've highlighted that, I'm going to right click on it and go to create. If we want, we can hit the properties and we can adjust the time, be a little more precise than what we were doing earlier. If we wanted 8 a.m. to 4:25, that's what we do. Okay, now I have this set to 8 to 4. I'm going to do the same thing for Tuesday. Same thing for Wednesday. You can also drag a time zone over from one day to another. Okay, now we have Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Gonna hit OK. There we have our new time zone. Gonna delete this time zone. As a reminder, after creating that time zone, if you wanted to assign it to a specific access group, you can go back to our previous access group and you would just hit the drop down arrow and choose the newly created time zone. I deleted it right before we came over here, but you would have your new time zone over here. Lastly, I'm going to show you reports. So we're going to scroll down over here, double click on reports. On the left hand side, you're going to have various reports that you can choose from. For this example, I'm going to do an access report. So I went to panel reports, access report. I'm going to include all users in this report. I want to see if there were any access denied today. So I'm going to choose access denied. The last day is already selected over here in the top. So now I'm going to run the report by clicking this button up here. We're going to get the report results over here on the right hand side. I'm going to add access granted to this report so we can get some more results. Now I'm running the report again. After you run your report, if you'd like to print it, you're going to want to hit the print button over here. You'll get this screen and you could export it to a PDF or an Excel file or any of these other options here. You could also print it to paper. that concludes this video.